What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. Got a call from some people, man, and text messages from people, and uh telling me like, man, you paying attention to what's going on? I'm like, no, what's going on? Like Harlem legend, man, Harlem legend. So apparently he's supposed to have raped a few women, and I'm like, for real? They're like, that's what they saying. I'm like, well, how do you know it's true? They put paperwork out, released it and everything. I'm like, and this valid paperwork? Because y'all know I ain't jumping the gun like that. Neither am I putting things on people like that without hardcore facts and evidence. Because I've been a victim to these things also, where people have lied on me, put together all type of fake news and video clips and editing and fake posting, and they know how to soup it up to present it to make it look real, to make it look legit. So me, from experience, know how this internet can get. So I was like, so what's his real name? They like Eric Smalls. I'm like, it's a lot of Eric Smalls. That don't really mean that he did that. That's a common name, Eric Smalls. That could be anybody. And they like, no, that's him. They got his mugshot and everything up there. I'm like, his mugshot. Then I see a picture of his mugshot. He got on glasses. I'm like, hold on, they let you wear glasses and a mugshot? Because glasses could cover your face some. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, this don't really seem to be adding up too well. You get what I'm saying? Then I'm looking at the dates of the rapes that's been said. I'm like, hold on. I let it be known. I say, look, man, y'all might not know, but I talked to this dude behind the scenes. Y'all ain't seen me on his show because we don't have a relationship like that where I want to do shows with him. Even though eventually we will, but because he asked me a couple times too, and we talked about it. You know what I'm saying? And but for the most part, people don't know. I talked to that dude behind the scenes on numerous of occasions because, like I said, we have a mutual friend in one another, and in fact, that's what made me decide to put that call in through our mutual friend that we both have a rapport with and who I'm very close with, one of my best friends. You know what I'm saying? So, my best friend is his guy. So I call him like, hey, so what's this I'm hearing about this? You know? And he like, that's what we looking into right now. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get him on the phone and everything. Clicked over. So it was actually me, him, Swave, and Qua. We always on the phone together, us four. Then Harlem called up. And that was 5 of us. So 5 of us on the phone. And Harlem got to breaking down how all that's fake. He got proof. He getting right on top of it to show the real paperwork, to show how they forged the documents, to show how they lied and twist things up to. And things like that, that's terrible, man. That'd be out of pocket how far people go, man, and they do that type of stuff. But let me tell you something, people who do that stuff and maliciously do that stuff, y'all don't get away with that, man. That stuff come back on you, man. A lot of y'all don't be knowing why y'all be running into so much bad luck and trouble. That's because of things like this. And because y'all so out of touch with God, y'all don't even know where these things coming from. When you ended up losing loved ones, and when you end up financially in a crisis, or when you end up your relationship and going sour, and you end up having to find yourself always coming out of your pocket because something always happening. those are curses that come back and get you as a result of what you put out there. The Bible says the same measure you give, it should return unto you. You give out that stuff, it comes back to you. So y'all don't get away with that stuff. And y'all don't know why things is happening all around you because you out of touch with God. You don't even see this is a result of your actions and sins. And that's shifty and grimy how far people would go to try to tear somebody down just because you don't like them. And what's crazy, if you don't like a person, don't watch them. Don't watch them. You do that by choice. Same thing they did to me. I'm talking about brothers was going out of their way to try to bury me, to try to make it seem believable. It didn't even matter that the things that was said about me was false. Well, it was said, well, it's true. It was said, well, we gonna run with it. It was said, and then they try to cut off every angle to make a person dislike you to the point that even if it's not true, it shouldn't even been said about you, so you guilty on that also. That's what they do. Just maliciously going out of their way to assassinate and tear down brothers and sisters. So when that was said about him, it reminded me of me. Like, man, they did the same thing to me, bro. That's why you don't just run with stuff. And when it was told me, I didn't run with it. I'm like, no, this needs to be assessed, like thoroughly. I was asking all type of questions. How you know? Where did it come from? Is this a reliable source? Is this legit? Is this really his name? What year was this? How old is he? And it don't line up. Look, just because you think the brother ugly, that don't mean that that brother 53 years old. That brother ain't no damn 53 years old, okay? For him to been doing them things that they said he did that's on that paperwork, that brother would have to be 53 years old. And ain't no way, Harlem legend, 53 years old. Man, ain't no damn 53 years old. And y'all just trying to bury the man, just bury the man. Like, stop, man, with these games. That's terrible, man. It's clearly showing in the paperwork the guy got 30 years. That ain't that, man. So you mean to tell me that this man caught that case when he was 10 years old and did 30 years? Come on, man. No. No, 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 no. And I got a guy that be on top of that stuff. And I did that. I got my guy on top of it. I said, man, called my guy up, man, like, look, I need you to look into something, man. I need legit paperwork. I need you to look into this stuff, man, because I don't know if this paperwork could be trusted. I don't know if this stuff real. And if my guy can't find it, then I know it ain't real because he be on top of that stuff and get all those legal documentations. And I called my guy Sales, and he looked into it. And you know what he said? Nothing. He said, I don't see nothing on him except for he got some drug cases and he got a lawsuit that he put in suing the state for allegedly not feeding them type stuff. That's what he said. I don't even know if that's true, but he said that he like ain't none of that on his record. I don't see none of that on his record. So that let me know right there. And like I said, I called me and his we got a mutual friend. Excuse me. Like my best friend is his friend. You get what I'm saying? My best friend is an associate of his, I'm going to say. And he know more about him than I do. So, and when we did talk, it was him who brought us together and talked. So I called him to have him look into it also. to get him on the phone and to see what's going on. And we did. We all was on the phone. And he let it be known like they literally trying to railroad him and take the man down. And that's terrible. That's out of pocket that brothers do that to each other. Same, like I said, same thing clown nigga did to me. Clown nigga called the battle rap mayor. That clown nigga sat there, did a whole damn video just lying on me, knowing he lying, but souped it up to try to make it seem real. Talking about how my baby mama gave birth to I 2 kids at the age of 15, 16, and that was a lie. Both of that was a lie. You get what I'm saying? And I challenge him on that to prove facts on that stuff, because he can't. Real documentation and paperwork, we know what's real. We know what's true. Hell, my damn son was born in prison. Prison. She called a dope case. She was a drug dealer. Okay? She went to jail. Y'all already know the story. I done told these stories already. She went to prison on a drug case. She wasn't selling dope for me. She was selling dope for herself. I found some of her dope and was salty she was selling dope and flushed it down the toilet. I ain't even take it to sell it. I flushed it. She was selling cocaine before I was. I started out selling weed. She was already selling cocaine. And she caught a drug case and went to prison. Not as no juvenile. And she went to prison while she was pregnant with our second son. And my father had to go to the prison to get him because I was on parole. Because I was on parole still. Real talk. Real talk. But that nigga gonna say that and put that out there like that. Then they go through my social media trying to find something, couldn't find nothing, so they took a post I put up about my real daughter and tried to line it up with the girl they were claiming to be my daughter so that it could make it seem as though they caught me up lying, stuff like that. Then took my kids' stuff for me managing and producing and got my kids and them and they groups, they teenage group on fire, trying to make it seem as though I was using my children as a front to lure in young girls. This what the nigga putting out there and trying to make it seem real, man. Even to the point where he created this big old lie of me being 45 years old, offering the contract to a 16-year-old girl who stole $10,000 in cash from me when I went to the bathroom and came back. She was gone with the money and contract. Like, dude, you don't even know nothing you talking about. Then to know that the niggas is a lie, then he gonna say, yeah, you know, the victim reached out to me, but she don't want to reveal her identity. So a victim reach out to you, a no-name nigga who don't show his face, nigga, put up the screenshots. Put up the text messages. You can't. You know why? Because all that stuff is dated. It'll prove you a liar. It'll prove you a false flagging nigga, and you will do anything for views and attention. A straight up whore. That's what whores do. And you're crazy. You don't get away with that stuff. So when people start dropping around you, when your pockets start getting tapped, when bad things start coming to you and things get the L in your body, this will be one of the reasons why. And then you trying to mock and play with God to try to use God thinking you're going to shame me. Or trying to use me to bring shame to God by trying to think I misrepresent God. Like, though, like I said, dudes dirty like that. These some dirty, riding, scandalous, weak-minded, simple, evil, hateful niggas, man. It's the difference between niggas and black men. Every time I tell y'all this. Terrible. So they did the same thing to him. All these dudes do is lie and stretch the truth. And then niggas be ready to run with it. When that nigga put that stuff up about me, it wasn't even true. Niggas all in the comments like, oh, that's true, that's true. Oh, he's still in the community. Oh, they need to get him out of here. It ain't even true. You niggas don't even facts check nothing. Y'all can't even listen to a nigga's story and tell this don't add up. That ain't real and true. How the hell I'm giving a contract to a 16-year-old like y'all don't know me enough to know like, bro, that's dumb as hell. You can't even get a minor to sign a contract without a parent being right there. That don't even sound right. How am I gonna have a minor on paperwork when the numbers will show this was a minor that get me in trouble? And why I'm never in trouble on these false allegations that's only coming from niggas who in other states and cities who don't have a damn clue of what's really going on. The nigga said my DNA paperwork was false. Y'all saw how he was just waving it? No, I didn't wave it. Nigga, I didn't put that paperwork up and paused it, zoomed in, screenshot it, showed emails of me in the factory talking and they showing when it's going to be released and ready and they received it and all. Nigga, I don't play. I put all that stuff up and you saw it too because you niggas is battle truth watchers and lovers on the low. But look how evil they get. Look how they try to tell their stories. And again, they so spiritually dead, they don't recognize why all these bad things happening to them. Why you steady losing loved ones. Why you financially can't get it together. Why relationships ain't working out for you. Why this and that. Because of things like that. Just putting tags on people. But these people got real paperwork on Unbiased. It's real paperwork on this man. This man was really indicted. This man really had a woman saying he raped me. Literally. They don't address that. They don't cover that. They ain't putting that up. You got a person who did that for real, and they're ignoring it. They're avoiding it. And they know he did it. They do all this homework on other people, knowing that it ain't true about them, and they create it and use it and make it up to be true about them. But here it is where it's true about this man for real, and they're ignoring it. All the evidence out here that you could use, all the things you could put together to show like, yeah, this dude out of pocket. They're going to show you just how fake they is. They let that go. They let that go, though. That's terrible, man. Setting that dude up like that, man. That's not even true. Like y'all could get people killed behind that type of stuff. Y'all can get killed behind that. And that's the problem with y'all niggas on this internet. Y'all are cowards. You wouldn't do that to people's faces. You wouldn't do that if you was in front of them. And y'all sitting up here thinking you safe behind a computer board because you can say things to people knowing you live in different states and you in a different region and you don't show your face and you hide things. That's terrible, man. You don't do people like that. But that goes right back to what he said. Black people just so conditioned to hate each other. They just conditioned. They hate to see you with something. Hate to see you being about something. Hate to see people like you. Hate to see that you got talent. Hate to see that you on your way. Hate to see that women like you. They just conditioned to find a reason to hate. They don't know how to congratulate. They don't know how to network together. Get up out of here, man. These people terrible as hell. Sad. Sitting up here, railroad niggas, making up all type of fake work documentations. Niggas did that to me and made it look professional. One other dude wrote out this paper. You know, they got all type of apps and gadgets you can use. This dude took a paper and wrote out in the paper like fake charges on me that wasn't even true, but made it seem like it was real and had, you know how like you call a company and that voice activation thing come up? They had that talking like literally like it was real and professionally put together. And this is what I'm saying. If a person wasn't wise, you would have got caught up believing that was true. especially if you don't know nothing about the internet. And this, I'm telling you, this is exactly why the Bible say in the last days, the Bible say in the last days, Satan's deception gonna be so strong that he's going to fool the world. You see how like they could take the internet and make a person say anything, even though they ain't said it. They could take your image and put it somewhere where you never was. They can make your voice say things you didn't say. So the tricks is crazy out here. You see all the different profiles and things like that people be making. I'm talking about, man, people just be out of pocket, man. They just reckless, man. No conscience. It don't bother them. When they lying and setting niggas up, that don't even bother them. They conscience ain't even bothered. You sitting up there railroading these brothers, man. Niggas did that to me and they ran with it. I'm talking about they ran with it. It didn't matter what was said. We don't care about her saying you ain't never raped her. We don't care about her mama telling you that you ain't her father. We don't care about your paperwork clearing you. Nigga, you raped her. Nigga, that's your daughter. Nigga, you was in a relationship with her mama. Nigga, they don't care about the truth. They make their own stories and they fan base follow whatever they say. But see, I don't like that type of stuff when you do that to people. And you know another thing I hate how bloggers don't clear that mess up when they find out that it's false. Like that stuff that's out there that was said about Harlem Legend. I hate that bloggers know that it's false when that man cleared it and proved that it was true about them lying on him, setting him up, and he showed where they lied at. I hate the fact that bloggers don't come to say, you know what, they were wrong for what they did to that man. That's a lie, you did that. Shame on you for doing that. Shame on you for putting that out. Shame on you for not even looking into that stuff to see what was actually really the truth. And you put that out there to make people believe it so that harm could be done to that man or he could be looked at some type of way to tear down what he been building. That's shameful to do that stuff. Bucking for spots, lying on people. I hate when bloggers ignore that and let it go. Because like I said, they did the same thing to me. And shouts out to the ones who actually did come to my aid and say, man, that was wrong what y'all did. That was out of pocket, man. And that brother, shouts out to y'all. That's why I say a person can say what they want, but when it come to Caps, he did something real that most people wouldn't even do. You know what I'm saying? And he put it out there. Like, man, what y'all did to that nigga was wrong. What y'all did to Battle Truth was wrong. Y'all tore that man down, assassinated him. Y'all still saying that man guilty of that. And he proved that stuff wasn't true. People came on. Mama came on. The woman came on. Paperwork was released. All them people said they were going to have all these different interviews and show y'all ain't seen none of that. This ain't no different. Terrible, man. People just jealous. They jealous, man. I'm telling you, jealousy is a mug, bro. Jealousy will lead a person to do these type of things. But what you jealous of other people for, though? Get some talent of your own. Look deep into yourself and pull out what God put in you. Stop trying to walk in other people's shoes. Stop being all jealous and hating on the sideline like the nigga in Belly because you hoping that you could be who he is and who I am and who anybody else is. Niggas jealous, man. Niggas haters, bro. Terrible, man. I can't stand a thirsty nigga. But it is what it is, though, man. Set up that line and set that boy up like that, man. That's terrible, man. You don't do that to people, man. You don't put things on them like that. But they ain't saying nothing about unbiased. That's what's crazy. You got a real raper man in the community. They ain't saying nothing about him, but yet you trying to put it on other people who you don't like. Talking about, man, these people try everything in a book to tear me down. Call me all type of homosexuals. Call me rapist. Call me a pedophile. Call me a scammer. Call me a thief. Call me a fake believe in Jesus Christ. I'm talking about they'll say anything to try to get people to turn from you, to try to get people not to support you, to try to get people to actually look at them some type of way by putting light on you so that they can hide the light, that the darkness that's in them. Like, get up out of here, man. Out of pocket. So as a blogger, I'm coming forward. Y'all wrong and y'all was out of pocket for doing that. Y'all purposely knew y'all did that to that brother. I'm talking about, bro, they did that to me. I'm talking about, wrote out a whole thing of false charges and everything and had a computer speaking it like it was really coming from the courts. And then niggas start jumping on it. Butterfly did a video about it. Jim did a video about it. Like, oh, you beating up women now? You going to prison beating up women? That ain't true. Niggas, that ain't even real. That ain't even true. What are you talking about? See, there you go speaking about stuff you don't know about. Never fact check anything. So as long as it hit the internet and say somebody did it, they guilty of it, huh? Man, get up out of here. Terrible, man. And like I said, niggas ain't gonna even apologize. That's another thing. When niggas do that stuff and it's found out not to be true, niggas ain't even got the integrity to apologize and say, you know what? I apologize. I reacted. I didn't fact check nothing. I said this and I was wrong for putting that out there like that. And as a man, I apologize. I try to do better next time. I try not to be so impatient. I try to look in things and do my rightful looking into things before putting stuff out there about brothers. Niggas don't do that. That's too real for them. That's too real for them. So they don't do that. But it is what it is. Come to find out, that stuff that was said about Harlem Legend was a lie. What we know to be true is that he didn't rape no women. He don't have no rape charges on him. The numbers don't add up because the person who's in question of doing that, the stuff happened in 98, which bring a man to about 14, 15 years old. And the paperwork said the man got 30 years behind that. That man ain't no 50 years old. Harlem Legend is not 50 years old. So that's how old he would have to be if that was true about him. And we know for a fact he not in his 50s. He ain't even in his mid-40s. But come on, man. People just be lying. So it's not true. And anybody that puts stuff out there saying that it was true about that man, y'all owe that man an apology. As a man, you owe that man an apology. Whether it's DNA too for whoever put it out there, you owe that man an apology knowing that your research and what you said was false and it was wrong. Stop doing that to people. Have some damn respect and integrity because you're not going to get away with it. What was in the dark come to the light, and you can't always run. You will be found out. The Bible says a man's sin will return to his home. God will not be mocked, neither will he be proven wrong. So you're not going to get away with it. Laugh now and cry later. That's a true saying. It's funny right now while you're rejoicing in the fall of brothers that y'all scandalizing, railroading, and plotting on. But oh man, when it's time to pay, it's hell to pay. That being said, it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment, that's a question, it's yours. Hit the link in the description box. Subscribe to Battle Truth.